Bangkok. A backpacker's paradise perfect for those looking for rich cultural experiences and never-ending nightlife along the legendary Khao San Road. But that's not really me. My name's Tom, and I always held Bangkok up as the must-visit destination if I was to call myself a backpacker. And now, for 48 hours only, aged 27, I'm heading to Southeast Asia to experience the vibrant nightlife, serene temples, and maybe a cheeky Thai massage. But will this story have a happy ending?
Pardon?
The approach into the Thai capital was over beautifully farmed countryside, a stark contrast to the manic city I was heading into. I drew out some Thai bar on arrival but needed smaller notes, so I headed into a store to get some change. The scrambled egg didn't look too appetizing, so with a Kinder Bueno and water in hand, I was ready to find a taxi and begin haggling a price to the city I'd heard so much about, Bangkok. I was doing it. I was heading to Backpacker's Paradise where so many start and end their journey every year. And just like most, I was getting scammed, paying at least 2 times the normal price, but I didn't care. I was in Bangkok and soaked up the sights, traffic, and a whole host of 7-Elevens on the way. On arrival at the palace, I passed through security, got my ticket, and started exploring. And wow, this place is truly beautiful. Even without a guide, just wandering around and taking it all in is perfect. It is such a huge site with stunning architecture and artwork all adorned with gold. The highlight for me was the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, and after removing your flip-flops, it's a sight to behold.
I had to put my camera down quite quickly then because there are 2 rules inside the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. When you go in and sit down, the first rule is you cannot point your feet at the Buddha. The other rule is no photos or videos. So, if you want to see what it's like, look it up online.
After an hour and a half, it was time to head to my next site.
Just leaving the Grand Palace now, and I'm going to stay on the temple train. I'm going to go to a place called Wat Arun now, which, by the looks of my map, is down here, left, and half a mile walk.
Working up a sweat, I arrived at what I believed was Wat Po, but I wasn't certain. I was distracted by the gongs.
Okay, there's something on the grass here confirming that we are indeed in Wat Po. Someone's just banged the gong again. What a beautiful sound. This is definitely not as grand as the Grand Palace, of course, which makes it seem a bit like, maybe slightly underwhelming. It's lovely hearing that gong in the background. I feel like I should have come here first. Oh well.
Wat Po is renowned for the reclining Buddha, and it was very, very impressive. It's just hard to get a good photo or video because of the pillars holding up the temple. Now, Wat Po isn't nearly as big as the Grand Palace, but it was still gorgeous to walk around, although it did have one issue.
One of the things that makes these buildings beautiful, I think, is the symmetry of them. Like, each corner looks the same, which is great, it's fantastic. However, it does mean that everything looks the same, and I am now lost. I don't know how to get out.
Eventually, I found the exit, conveniently next to a gift shop.
Just leaving Wat Po now. It's coming up on 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd say that's pretty much lunchtime, so I'm gonna find somewhere to eat. But first, I think I'm gonna check in at my hostel, which is on Khao San Road.
Dodging traffic, I began a pretty long wander to the hostel, and it was hot.
I have now arrived in my hostel. The heat in Bangkok and the humidity is pretty unforgiving. As you can see, it's just a 6-bed, small little dorm here, right by check-in actually, so it can be pretty noisy probably later on. But the room costs £10 for the night. Like, it is so cheap if you think this is like a capital city of such an iconic country. I'm gonna de-sweat, cool down, charge my phone, and then head back out.
After a little rest, I took a little alleyway that spat me out straight onto Khao San Road. Even early evening, there were still people trying to get you into their bars with drinks offers. Avoiding tuk-tuks and some food carts, I perused the iconic street and the many market stalls of cheap goods that stretched the length of the road. And then I saw an advert for something that caught my eye.
So that's Khao San Road down there. There's so many advertisements for Muay Thai. Muay Thai? I don't quite know how to say it. Fighting, Thai style, and I'm kind of curious to see what it's like. I probably will hate it, but apparently there's some games on tonight, matches. Don't know what they're called. Just gotta work out how to get there now. Oh no.
I've done something that I believe could be quite risky. I've just ordered a Grab, which is like the Uber of Thailand, and it's on its way, but I chose the cheapest option, which I believe is a motorbike. I've never been on a motorbike in my life. I don't have a helmet. I hope he's got one. I think that's him there. How's that? Uh-oh. Hello. Hello, how are you?
Your name?
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, yes. Where do I've never done this before.
Boxing stadium.
Boxing stadium. This is my first time in a
What?
in a motorbike.
Yeah.
I sit down, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it safe? Where do I hold on?
What?
Where do I hold on?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Where do I put my feet? Here? Don't go too quick. Oh my god. This is not a good idea. Honestly, zooming through Bangkok traffic with no helmet is actually a little bit terrifying. But thankfully, after arriving safely at Rajadamnern Stadium, I realised that was one of the most chaotic things I've done in my life. But then I got myself a ticket, found somewhere to sit, and then the festivities began. Now that man was our host for the evening and popped up between fights to have a chat with the audience. To be honest, I spent quite a lot of the time both confused and shocked at what was going on. It was a shame none of them could settle their differences with words before getting in the ring, but I was happy to see them giving each other a hug when things got too heated. I just left the Muay Thai stadium and followed where everyone else seemed to be going, and then I lost them. They all disappeared when I started looking at the map. And so I'm following the map and it's taking me under underpasses on not the busiest road. Hopefully we'll find somewhere soon. There definitely seems to be a bit of an edge in Bangkok, but thankfully all was okay. I found my way back and went for some street food.
It has been an incredibly long day. I just took a walk on Khao San Road and I can't handle it tonight. It is now 11:07 in the evening. I've been up since like probably 3 AM on this time. But I've got my first meal of the day. My first proper meal, chicken pad thai, and I think this costs 120 baht, which is about £2.50.
And it was worth every penny. Now time to get some rest ahead of another big day tomorrow. Good morning. I am absolutely shattered. I didn't have a single thing to drink, alcohol-wise, last night. Just that pad thai, but I think the lack of food that I had yesterday has really taken it out of me. So, I'm going to start the day by heading to Khao San Road again, seeing what the aftermath is on the road, see if it's a mess, and then going to try and find some breakfast. You know, it's actually quite a surreal experience coming down Khao San Road in the morning. It's 9 AM, and it's almost like nothing happened last night. People are just setting up market stalls as if they would any other day in any other town in the world. It's really interesting. After a bit more morning exploring, I came across a woman making fresh juice and had to get some. Her juice was amazing. I then stumbled into a restaurant for breakfast. Right, I've come to this beautiful little spot on the side of the street where I'm gonna banana it up. Got banana pancakes, and then I saw smoothies, and I was like, hey, maybe I could do that as well. So got a banana smoothie with yogurt. Gonna be full of potassium in Thailand today. And I really was. I felt like Jack Johnson with my banana pancakes. So that's breakfast done. I have one more temple that I want to see before I go, and that is called Wat Arun, I believe, which is the other side of the river. So I'm just gonna go back to the hostel quickly, and then hop on maybe another motorbike, go see what's going on. There's something very freeing about weaving through the Bangkok roads, and I was starting to get used to being on the back of a motorbike. Although, due to a broken speedometer, I had no idea how fast we were going. Thank you very much, thank you. Maybe I'll get some water. Hello. Please could I, one water. How much is it? 10? 20, that's fine. That's okay. Thank you. Right, let's go to Wat Arun. I got myself a ticket and then headed into the temple.
Come your hand first.
Thank you very much.
One water.
Oh, free water.
Free water.
Ah, I just paid. Thank you very much. Oh, you want the ticket?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Right. Water apparently is included in the ticket. I mean, first impressions. I just paid 200 baht to come to a building site. A few, what I believe to be monks walking around. It's promising. Oh. Okay. This is a bit more like it. That is very, very impressive. Second impressions. This place is actually incredible. The height and scale of it is very, very impressive. It's very, very different to the ones I saw yesterday at the Grand Palace in Wat Po. Very cool.
Wat Arun is truly beautiful, and everyone here agreed. It's definitely a spot for people wanting photo opportunities, but the steps are incredibly steep.
I've just spotted something funny but also terrifying. At the very top of this structure, there's a light bulb. And then I thought, how do they change the light bulb? And again, there's a very tiny thin metal ladder going all the way to the top. Horrible. I'm glad that's not my job. Alright, so I've come out the front of Wat Arun now. I want to try and see if I can get to the river to see what's going on. See if we can get a river taxi. That could be quite fun. So the ferry there is to Wat Po and Grand Palace, I believe. This is only 5 baht per person. The only thing is I'm very, very hungry at the moment. So I think now that I know where it is, I'm going to go and get some food quickly and then I'll come back.
And then, as I was walking, I spotted a man drinking Coca-Cola from a bag. So I asked him where he got it from.
Hello, sir. Where is this? Where can you buy this?
Yeah.
Here.
No.
Down there. Okay. Thank you.
He quickly hung up the bag he was sipping and walked me to the stall.
Got a bag of Coca-Cola.
Sorry.
No? Anya?
Unfortunately, she wasn't there, so he tried to sell me his.
Find what's going on.
30 baht.
30 baht? But that's your one. Oh, are you sure?
No.
I can have this
30
for...
baht.
But that's your drink. That's, he's selling me his drink. 30 baht. 1 second.
I felt bad taking this man's drink, so I gave him a bit more for profit.
10 baht.
No. 40.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's your drink.
Okay.
You can get another one now. Cheers, sir. Wait, maybe we can do a little, cheers. Hey. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I just bought his drink off him for more than it cost. Is that bad?
It was nice though. I then made my way back to the river, got myself a ticket, joined the queue and climbed aboard. The view of Wat Arun was beautiful as we pulled away, but no sooner had we left, we arrived.
That's why it was so cheap. That's where we left from. All we've done is go to the other side of the river. It is incredibly hot here. I know I've probably said that so many times, but it really is. I've got a bike on the way which is taking me back to where I'm staying, or where I was staying. I've actually checked out now, just because my phone is on 11%, so I need to go there, charge my phone for a bit, and then go out again. Not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but I have an idea, and it involves relaxation. Right, I'm making this the last bike that I'm going to do. Hello, sir. You for Tom? Oh, there's not much room on this one. Off he goes into the distance. I'm not going to do any more now. That one was a lot quicker, hence why I didn't film on that, because yeah, not the one. It's now about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and as you can see, I'm back on Khao San Road. One thing that I think of when I think of Thailand is Thai massage, and there's like there's a place here, hello, which I think is pretty cheap. Half hour is 180 baht, which is like £5. We'll see. Hello, thank you very much. For me?
Now, in case you can't tell, I feel very uncomfortable in here. Also, don't judge me, I choose the first thing I see on this list.
Hello. Foot massage, half hour.
Yeah,
Please, could I do that?
180 baht.
180 baht. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
I feel so uncomfortable. My feet stink. I've been wearing flip-flops the past few days.
Now, this will probably be uncomfortable viewing, so watch at your own discretion. After the washing, she took me to another room to lie back and relax. The whole time I struggled to hold in laughter. It turned out that this wasn't only a foot massage, but also a leg one too. So hey, open up the barn doors and let's release the calves. And then it began. I kept twitching because I'm actually quite ticklish. I was trying to relax, but I just couldn't. And honestly, at points I thought she was genuinely going to dislocate my ankle. And then there was a section where she tried to pull off my toes. And then she offered something I hadn't paid for, which started nice and then got uncomfortable very quickly. And before I knew it, half hour had passed. My first Thai massage was over, and it ended happily, in some sense.
I kind of feel relaxed, but I also feel incredibly tense.
It was then nearing the end of my time in Bangkok, so I went for a wander, took a sit down to watch the world go by and have one last pad thai, which I quickly polished off along with a couple of cokes before heading to Khao San Road.
Okay, it is coming up to 9 PM in the evening. My flight back to Hong Kong is in just a few hours' time. But before I go, I want to do one more trip down Khao San Road in the evening. This is the reason why I came to Bangkok, to see what this was all about, to see what I missed out on as an 18-year-old boy. At 27 years old, let's go and do it.
To settle my nerves for what I was about to experience, I made my way to a bar on a parallel street for a couple of drinks, and then it was time. Khao San Road starts off quite tame, with lots of clothes stores, but once you pass the cooked crocodile, the real chaos begins. This was the Bangkok I'd heard about and seen in films like The Hangover, and I'll admit, it was cool to witness, but a little overwhelming. It's hard to say that I'm too old to enjoy it, because even at 18, I wouldn't have had fun. I'm just not that kind of guy. I much prefer the kind of travel that takes you off the beaten path, or to a place you may never have heard of doing some pretty unusual things. And if that sounds like a bit of you, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in another video.